So I wanted to talk to you all. I really want to explain my channel. And the reason why I want to do that is because y'all don't know this, but I've had some haters lately, right? And these haters tried their hardest to make me out as misogynistic, make me out as woman hater, make me out as someone who's pretty much dangerous to the community. You know what I mean? Just dangerous to the community in general. They try to make me out as one of these people that was super dangerous. And so for me, and this is just what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like I need to go ahead and explain myself. And I'm not talking about, because the confusion comes from no clarity from me. The confusion comes because I didn't clarify myself. Okay. And so as a man, you definitely want to clarify yourself. Right? So let's clarify it. For one, I've never on this channel spoke in any negative way towards women not being able to do great things. I am known in this space to hold the men accountable for the things that happen in relationships. Outside of relationships, I really don't discuss that too much. Now, I do talk about women when it pertains to they mean to be held accountable. If there's things that they're doing that needs to be held accountable, they're no different than men. So I'm going to hold them accountable. But let me start off by saying this. I'm a traditional man. My tradition is based and rooted from the Bible. In the Bible, some women don't like how they're represented in the Bible. Take that up with God. You take that up with God. But before I get into the tradition part, I really want to stress the point that I'm not just talking about women, but men also have a lot to say about my philosophy on how I like to run my life based on biblical standards. It's pretty amazing to me, right? It's pretty amazing. But if you ever notice how today's world is, if you ever notice in today's world at all, powerful men, especially powerful men with traditional standards, are treated like a threat. Men who stand 10 toes down, who believe in tradition, are treated like a threat. Like holding on to values is something wrong with that. Like holding on to values like strength, honor, leadership, and discipline, and somehow it means that I hate women. Or I just totally want to dominate their whole life. I like women with options and choices. That's not very traditional. It's actually pretty progressive, right? But I'm a traditional man. But also don't want to take away things from people that think different than me, because I'm not the judge. I'm not the judge. God is the judge. He is the judge. I want you all to understand that being a traditional man doesn't mean women are less. It means we lead with purpose, protect and honor, and love with the backbone of this masculine man. Let's break this all down. Let's talk about this, because I think it's very important to talk about. And I'm only going to talk about this once, so you guys can understand what it is. And because I'm sure you guys are going to have to defend your traditional standards if you're traditional. But understanding, I'm only doing it so you guys can get clarity. Because as a teacher, you want to make sure you're giving clarity on why. You just don't want to say this or this, because when you say this or this without some type of foundation, you're just like throwing stuff against the wall and to see if it sticks. So we don't want to do that, right? So what we want to do is we want to talk about tradition in a certain way. So let's get into it. Traditional manhood, traditional manhood is really about responsibility. Has nothing to do with control. Really about responsibility. A real man doesn't lead with fear. He leads by example. Being traditional means crazy weight. Means crazy weight. We carry so much weight on us. Financially, emotionally, spiritually. That's not oppression. That's structure. And the structure protects everyone, especially women and children. Especially women and children. Traditional values are the blueprint. It's the blueprint. Traditional values are the blueprint, not a cage. Values like loyalty, provision, and discipline are frameworks. They keep a man grounded. They don't mean that we're stuck in an era of oppression. They mean we know where we come from and where we're going. Traditional blueprint. We know where we're going. We know where we're going. Another thing, leadership doesn't diminish your helpmate. Doesn't diminish your helpmate. Leading doesn't mean dominating. It means taking accountability, making hard calls, and creating safety for your household. A man that leads allows a woman to rest her head in her femininity. They're not fighting for their survival. A lot of times, there's certain ways that people try to shape things when they're trying to come for you. They try to make it seem like, oh, let's get a piece of this. Let's get a piece of this. Let's write this. Let's do it this way so it can kind of seem. But in context, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. And as a man, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to spit this game for y'all so y'all really understand what it is at the end of the day. Loving women doesn't mean that submitting is an issue. So loving women doesn't mean submitting to modern chaos either, right? You can appreciate a woman, uplift her, and still reject the culture that tells you to be passive, soft, and silent. Being kind doesn't mean being weak. There's power in standing firm. There's power in it. You have to understand that a lot of people are afraid of the Bible. They're afraid of tradition. And they don't like that. Because when you're rooted in your beliefs, you're strong. When they want you to conform to their chaos, that's what they really want. That's what they really want. Masculinity is structure. Without it, everything collapses. Masculinity is so needed. But without it, everything collapses. The man who built nations, protected tribe. I want to say that the men who built nations, protected tribes, raised strong families, they wasn't soft. They wasn't soft or afraid. Or they wasn't soft or afraid. They had codes, principles, standards, and beliefs. That's what's missing today. They're missing that today. And that's why you see a lot of men out here weak. They don't have no principles or standards. This is all my beliefs. This is all my beliefs. Weak men create chaos. Strong men create order. When a man lacks values, he folds. He reacts instead of leads. That's normally what happens. That's when relationships fall apart. That's when society breaks down. Traditional men fix, build, and guide. Don't let them tell you no different. Don't let them tell you no different. We fix, we build, and we guide. We guide. You got to understand, women benefit when men are strong, not controlling. I never advocate to controlling a woman. I've never said that, ever. You want to give a woman a choice whether she wants to be in a traditional relationship where gender roles are present. Ask any woman if they're safe with a man who's passive. Ask any woman if they're safe with a man who's indecisive or emotionally erratic. Ask them. She'll tell you no. But give her a man with direction and stability and a heart who, for himself and his family, she'll follow him anywhere. She'll follow him anywhere. Do not let these people destroy the nuclear family. Do not let these people tell you you're wrong for being traditional. Do not fold. Do not fold. Being a provider is still noble. It's still noble, no matter what society says. They try to shame men for wanting to provide and protect for their families. They try to shame you for being the head of your household. They try to shame you for being a strong man, especially a strong black man. But deep down, women still respect men who take a serious role in their life. Not control. Not control. But for contribution. For contribution. Chivalry ain't dead with a woman who deserves it. For a woman that deserves it, you give her anything. It's just hated by the women who expect it without earning it. There's nothing wrong with opening doors and leading conversations, protecting your woman. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not dead at all. They're just misunderstood by modern narratives that they try to create. They do. Real women still value it. Real women still value it. Real men still value it too. Do not let these people tell you any different. Tradition isn't oppression. It's direction. I'm going to say that again. Tradition isn't oppression. It's direction. Tradition gives men a compass. It gives them a compass. It tells us stand on something. When that disappears, men drift. They get soft, they get complacent. And when a man drifts, families, communities, and nations pay the price. They pay the price. So again, men, idle time is not good time for you. Stay grounded. Read the Bible. Even if it's not the Bible, come up with your own traditions and stand on that. Stand on that. Being a traditional man isn't about being better than a woman. It's about being better for them. Because a man without tradition, to me, is a weak man. It's a weak man. It's about showing up, standing tall and living by something deeper than these trends out here. Than these trends. If you are a man and you're watching this, don't let the world shame you for being solid. Don't let the world shame you for being traditional. Be the rock, be the leader, be traditional. And wear it like a title. It's a badge and honor. It's an honor for me to lead my family. It's an honor for me to be respected by people. It's an honor to be loved by many. It's an honor. I'm so sick and tired of these people out here coming for me in so many different ways. But at the end of the day, I stand tall. And what's above winning? Winning-er. And that's what I am right now. I'm winning-er. So I'm going to say this to y'all before I get up out of here. Respect tradition. It ain't going nowhere. The nuclear family ain't going nowhere. The dynamics of men and women when it comes to gender roles, it ain't going nowhere. They may want you to be that way, but I'm not. I'm going to always go where the tradition is, and I believe in it, and I stand on it, and I appreciate all of you who rock with 50. Now, I definitely want to hear your comments. Comment below in regards of how you feel about tradition. If that's not for you, that's fine. Just tell me what you believe in. Tell me your thoughts on what is it that you believe you should be doing. Nothing but respect, nothing but love for my peoples. Also, I have a mentorship. It's called gatewaytogain.com for you men out there that are struggling and you need some assistance with the dating game, building your families, building your life up, being more of a masculine man. If you got life issues, I do life coaching too. Y'all get at me. My name is Mr. 1950. Nothing but respect. Peace.